Hey guys, welcome to Arcane Duels. So,
what is going on,
Coach Shade is
everybody?
here, and so is
Harry Poppins. How's it going?
And we're just doing some commentary for the first round of the GenCon 2015 tournament. Now, we didn't get full games of all the games there, but we kind of got little splashes of all the games. So, I believe this is John playing the Force Master on the top there, and the
Brandon.
Brandon,
Who's got the Joktari Beastmaster?
Is he the one playing the Rushmaster?
I think he is, yeah.
Man, Intangible was so happy.
I know, he was so excited. It's his deck.
I remember seeing this, and I remember walking up to him, and I'd be like, Intangible, you should see this. He's playing the Joktari Rushmaster, and he's like, what? And, he said he just started playing, and, he just whipped it together in, 2 hours. I don't think he even tried testing it out, but he still won, 2 games or something.
Yeah.
And it was, one of those, holy crap, you're just doing it. And so it looks like, basically, we're in the middle of the game where the Joktari Rushmaster is just, at its peak right now.
Both players appear to have taken a considerable amount of damage.
Yeah, look at that. Holy cow.
So I don't know where we're exactly at in the middle of this game.
It's the end, wherever it is.
Yeah, right. This is coming into the end game.
It looks like John placed the Suppression Orb and the Obelisk in the top left of that board.
Okay, all right, I'm seeing it.
And it was probably just wasted when he realized there were no actual creatures coming out.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, the Rushmaster is absolutely deadly on her own.
I'm guessing what's basically saving John in this. Wow,
that's a lot of damage.
And it looks like basically what's saving him is probably going to be Force Field, which one of the big counters of the Rushmaster right now is Force Field.
Is it really?
And Intangible has a way to counter it. He just hasn't released it yet. Oh wow.
Oh man.
Did he just lose?
I think he might have just lost. No, he's really close. He's really close.
So basically the idea of the Rushmaster is I'm going to just hurl a lot of attack spells and have a Kiro and Hawkeye and just get +1/+1 to everything, and or +1 to each of my both attack spells, and then if I roll badly, I just re-roll it with the Kiro.
Oh yeah, Kiro's
and
favorite.
It's supposed to win on turn 3 or 4 or 5, and if it goes beyond that, you're probably going to lose.
Yep.
And as I said, the Force Master is just a very easy counter to it.
We got the party square up there with a lot of enchantments down. It looks like a Force Crush even.
Yeah, it looks like a Force Crush.
He's just chosen not to pay the upkeep.
No, I think he dispelled it.
Oh, did he?
And it looks like, because he probably didn't want to die because he has 3 life left.
Yeah. Okay.
And that allows him to move.
All right.
And, looks like he's going to Surging
Wave.
Surging Wave is amazing against the Force Master because it just allows his defenses just to get nulled, and the only good way to defend yourself after that, because it doesn't do a lot of damage, but you follow it up with a Hurl Boulder. Whoa!
5 damage, how about that?
Man, what a close game this was.
This has been a pretty good one. Okay, and we've got the effect die for a push.
And
nothing.
Yep.
Is that
it's
it?
Unfortunate he would have put us from the wall. But
that might be the end.
And
of it.
that's the end of the. Looks like they're gonna replan, and it's his initiative. So it looks like he gets 1 good attack to try to kill him. And let's see what he pulls out. He's opening his book.
Let's see.
All right, he's got attack spells. Seal the attack spells. Wonderful card. And he needs to deal as much damage as he can.
It tells you a lot about his deck that his attack spells are right in front.
It looks like we saw Force Hammer.
What's it going to be?
Hurl Rock wouldn't be bad.
Jet Stream, Lightning Bolt.
It's a full action.
No, he's going past. Okay,
it's a full action, so he probably doesn't want to choose that.
That's true.
He should probably just pull out that Force Hammer and just win. I don't know what he's going to choose, but
it's going to be tough to win. His opponent still has quite a bit of health.
It's either he
gotta
wins.
Go for it.
He wins right now or he doesn't. I don't know if he channeled, by the way. I didn't actually see.
I don't think they have it.
As an alternative, he could actually just Arc Lightning and hope that it stuns him. He gets another attack.
Yeah, you could go for something like that, and it looks like that's what he's going to go with.
That's probably a safer play because you can't dodge it.
And it looks like the Force Master may be done selecting his spells.
Man, what an intense match. And this match went really fast. You can really tell.
From what I understand, I was not at the tournament, but there were a lot of really intense games. A lot of good games got played that weekend.
Most of the builds in this game were either solo mages or buddy builds.
Interesting.
And I think, a lot of the interviews that we had, they were all saying we were expecting the Beastmaster to bring in the Swarm.
Yeah, that Beast
And they
Flinger.
had that counter to that. But it turns out no one actually ran the Swarm. There was not one person. So it was kind of an anomaly in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I don't remember who the interview was with. It was with somebody who was running a bunch of sleeps in the deck and was like, I ran way too many sleeps. All solo builds.
And it looks like that's the end of that game. I think the Force Master ended up winning, if I remember right.
I mean, it sounds right. The opponent was at 3.
So
we have a very crowded field here.
This is the middle of the game.
What is going on?
Wow. So it looks like pretty much we have a Force Master that Let's see. Is it solo? Is there invisible? No, there's Thought Spores.
There's
a Thought Spore.
Okay, all right. So we've got a Thought Spore Force Master.
And we see the Obelisk down.
And a ton of equipment.
So basically all those creatures have upkeep +1. And I think this... Is the Spore, is it a Force spell? I don't remember if it's a Force spell. So I don't know if the Psyorb is taking effect.
Yeah.
If it doesn't even have a Psyorb out, I don't actually see... Nope, I don't think he has a Psyorb. So,
yeah.
It's upkeep 1 versus all the upkeep for all the Necromancer creatures.
Gotcha.
So
it's fine.
Obviously, it's paying off.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have the Meditation Amulet for the Necromancer and a spawn point.
That's becoming
and a Libero.
Common.
So the fact that he's able to get to this late game,
I'm seeing 12 mana in his pool.
Oh yeah.
And by this point,
6 on the graveyard.
Yeah. By this point in the game,
obviously.
He's about to drop something huge.
He has two creatures about to come
Are we about
down.
to see a tournament Sardonyx? Do you think?
Oh my god.
Is it going to be that bad?
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm guessing because of all that upkeep, he doesn't have much mana in his personal pool, so he just has to let his spawn points just build up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is one of those things that if you let the Necromancer get this far, he's probably going to win.
Yeah.
Although I will note, none of them have damage. So this is a really weird part of this match.
It's a very bizarre game. It seems like they've both been building up resources for all this time, kind of sparring with one another, but not actually... Okay,
I'm kind of...
What's each player's channeling at? Wait, is this channeling at 16? Am I reading that correctly?
It should be up because it looks like he has 2 mana crystals and the moon glow.
Yeah, we can see 2 full bars there, and then he's got one more. So actually, no, his channeling's at 13. So, all right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because he has the 2 mana crystals and the moon glow.
Yeah.
God, and he has Force Orb, he has Force Sword, and just an arsenal of equipment.
Jeez.
This is like the the Force Master at its peak.
This is a highly defensive build.
I think he might be just trying to kill all the creatures and just trying to hold out.
It looks like it's been working because again, he's taken no damage.
Yeah, it looks like he's eating a sandwich. Oh, he's gonna eat in the middle of the match.
Yeah, right. Well, when you started at 9 and you played until...
It was 5 rounds, and there was not many breaks, but that's because everyone wanted to keep playing.
Oh, most definitely.
I think if you wanted to get food, they would just be like, okay, you can go for food. It's not a big deal. We'll just hold off for like 20 minutes.
For sure.
There were intermission parts.
Oh yeah.
But I'm guessing he just had a sandwich and wanted to eat.
We've got 4 damage going to... Was that the Psyorb?
Yeah, that was the Psyorb.
Cool.
So now you can actually
destroyed.
Move and not have to pay.
Not have to pay a ton of
mana. And that's part why all these creatures are in the Necromancer zone back here. Looks like we have the round 1. This is HANMA. And looks like Dave W., a very big guy in the forums. Dave W.'s a great guy. If you ever talk to him in the forums, he's a nice guy.
He's running the Straywood Beastmaster, whereas HANMA is running a Water Wizard.
And this is a fun little match. I mean, it looks like the Beastmaster isn't using a lair because he has the ring out, and he's using enchantments.
You don't see a Beastmaster sans lair very often.
The lair is such a good spawn point.
It is really it's really
it looks
hard
like he's
to bring
about
down.
to get fireballed.
Oh no. Okay, all right. The Wizard's Tower is down.
HANMA's ability in this game. Oh wow, it looks like Dave W has a steel claw just like
hanging out.
It looks like he's trying to kill it looks like he's trying to kill something, but it's not working for him.
Oh, 7 damage on the steel claw. 5 critical damage. It looks like the steel claw's already got 4. And is that a burn? I don't think we're going to see a burn.
The Steel Claw is a very powerful creature.
Yeah.
If there's anything that can deal with the Wizard, Steel Claw is a very good choice.
Yeah, for sure.
A little curious on the lack of enchantments. Like, I don't see a discard pile, but...
Yeah, it's tough to tell without the initial setup.
It looks like it's only round 4 or 5 of this match.
Really? And the Steel Claw's already down. The Wizard's Tower's already fireballing away.
Not much has happened.
I see 2 mana flowers, which is interesting.
That was probably the opening, and then it was
3 mana crystals.
Yeah. And
oh god, another crushing damage roll.
And one of the really strong points about the Wizard is they can burst down a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you get the Crow down, you're just going, okay,
that's fair.
He's about to get killed.
Did he just 2-shot a steel? Well, 3-shot.
It had corrodes on it already, but
so he probably hit it with an acid ball, but he probably dealt 4 damage to it with that one acid ball.
Yeah, and I think he only got like 2 or 3 damage on the Wizard.
Holy Toledo!
And,
that is just
that's a heartbreaker. I'm pretty sure in the interview Dave W talked about this match.
Yeah,
and he's just like, I didn't play right, if I remember right.
It looks like he left the Grizzly a little vulnerable.
He wasn't mad at all.
I see a Severe in his hand, though.
Oh my god!
I don't know what the plan there is. Yep.
Severe is a great wizard killer.
Yeah, but he's no kryptonite.
No, he's not. Honestly, right now, when you're down to Steel Claw, the game's probably over as it is. Like, I don't see much chance of coming back.
It's a huge amount of resources.
It definitely is.
Both in terms of spell points and in terms of mana. So as soon as it's out of the game, it's sort of tough to come back from that.
Yeah, and, it's one of those things where it's like... I mean, HANMA won for a reason. He's a great player.
Yeah,
I mean, he's consistently been in the top 4 GenCon tournament for the last 3 years, I think. And I just he's a great player.
It's a tournament. You go there to get involved with all these really great players to improve your own play by playing in general.
Yeah, and Dave's been playing for a long time, I know. And,
I got to tell you, since we don't use sleeves in our personal groups, seeing sleeves in the books is always a little disconcerting for me.
It's always like,
wow, those cards are entirely purple. Where's the art?
what's going on? How do you know what you're choosing? And I get a little bit of insight into Dave W's book there. He has the Mage staff and stuff, 2 different types of armors. Really interesting.
Very defensive. And again, no lair, which is... I think I agree. I'm sort of anti-spawn point, but I'm coming around.
Against the wizard, I suggest lair.
Yeah.
Because you want an aggressive lair in the middle so that you can have fast creatures reach certain conjurations.
Yeah. And you want the economy to get over them because they're going to have economy with the fireball
they're always
killing
gonna
all
have
of your
economy,
fast creatures.
But if they go Gate of Voltari, if your lair's in the center, you can run up and kill them.
Yep.
Anything that spawns from it.
Sure.
You usually don't want to kill the gate itself.
Yeah. No, but there are
just
ways
kill the
around
creatures because the creatures are really expensive.
Yes.
But they're also really good.
Yeah, but they're really expensive.
And most of the time, the wizard wants to put the tower in the center. So if your lair's in the center, you can really react well with like Rouse the Beast and stuff like that. Especially Wall of Thorns. Wall of Thorns, level 1 creatures, very good against Wizard's Tower.
Interesting.
But, when you're going solo, you really have to keep your creatures alive.
And again, we see a solo build from the Wizard, and we see what looks like approximately a buddy build from the Beastmaster, what with Steel Claw,
It looks
Grizzly,
like he's
and
running
Severe.
strong, high-cost creatures. And that's a solid way to play.
Yeah, it's a personal favorite of mine. I really like the big stompy guy angle. Yeah. It's always been really efficient. This looks like a tough match to win from Dave's perspective. Spoiler alert, HANMA wins. So it is
Everyone
a tough
already
match,
knows,
as it turns out. And the Dragon Scale Harbor comes out. Very smart play.
Yeah, none of the mages have taken damage, but once HANMA has a little, but once damage starts actually happening, then that's going to be pretty much that. Let me see. Who is this? Who's playing? Shadow versus Jordan. All
right, so this is...
And this looks like it's in the middle of the match. Yeah, and Shadow had a very strong wizard as well, actually.
Did he?
He had an Earth Wizard that he could trap things, he could move things around, and he really just played... he had an interview about it. He was kind of disappointed in how he played in some aspects. And but most of his games that I watched, he was playing on point. We see the Wizard's Tower down. We see the Beastmaster. Again, no lair. And just a couple creatures out there.
Did people not run the lair this year because they were anticipating getting swarmed down by the lair itself?
I don't actually know. There was a lot of people that said they were prepped for it. Yeah. So it's very possible that people said, I don't want to run this.
Because it's too slow, it's just going to get rushed down.
Yeah, and if you look in the discard pile up in the top there, you see Bitterwood Fox and stuff, a bunch of level 1 creatures. So I'm guessing he's trying to go for I'm going to summon a level 1 creature with my Mage using the ring of the Beastmaster's ring.
Okay, yeah.
And he's just going to try to out-creature him over time.
That sounds like a totally valid plan.
It's a solid way if you want to punch something for 4 dice.
All right, what do we have in his hand here? Hang on, he's flipping them back and forth. Leather gloves and a
disarm.
Disarm.
It looks like he's already disarmed one of his pieces of equipment. And is that going to go to a 2? That is going to a 2, and it looks like that's his main weapon there.
Okay, so he just keeps disarming.
So instead of dissolving it, he just says, you can't use it, and you can't equip another one.
Very clever.
That's insane.
That's sort of a cruel strategy, but I like it.
I love the little... That's a little thing that Shadow brought to this tournament that I really respected. And it looks like in the top left here we have the orb down.
Yep. Got an orb, got a battle.
Yeah, we have an obelisk in the center with the Wizard's Tower.
Basilisk, Battleforge. Jesus, listen.
So he is prepped to go against a swarm build.
And I'm seeing a Timberwolf, is that right?
Yep. Looks like he's going with those higher level creatures. He probably just wants them to survive.
Fury, 2 mana flowers.
That's a tooth and nail.
That's a tooth and nail?
So it has piercing 1,
and
you don't need the charge or anything, you just get it. So it's really good against things like, trying to wield down the Wizard's Tower or something like that.
Interesting.
And he has an ooze. And the ooze is probably what's killing everything.
He's got a devouring jelly in play.
Yeah.
Wow.
That thing is probably killing everything.
Devouring Jelly is one of my favorite creatures. It is resilient, is deceptively hard to deal with. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's got resilient, but it only has 5 health or 7 health. What's the big deal?
Resilient is so good.
It's very good. It's very, very strong. In the Thunderdome tournament recently, I found out how strong it was when Broken Bloodstone attempted to go toe-to-toe.
Oh, Broken is horrible against. He just goes, you're going to just kill me.
All right, I guess I'm just going to roll a ton of damage.
Wow, looks like the ooze got all the crits.
All the crits.
And it looks like you got 2 corrodes as well.
2 corrodes.
The Timberwolf is pretty much going to die.
Pretty much going to die.
And 5 damage.
These look like really tremendously exciting matches. I really wish I could have been there.
This game looks intense.
It does indeed. Well, let's see what happens. What do we got going on here? Not a good result.
Not a lot, but
11 on that.
He got 2. I don't know what he cast. Looks like I can't see another Wizard's Tower.
I'm used to playing on Octagon so much that every time the effect die gets rolled, I'm like, is the effect die necessary here, or did they just roll it because it's what you do every time?
Yeah, I actually found out some players here didn't like to roll the effect die with their attack dice. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is bizarre.
They just like to roll it separately.
The superstitions of players always it never ceases to amuse me. Well, I suppose we will...
poor Timberwolf.
That poor Timberwolf, indeed.
Oh, man.
It just showed up to the party.
Yeah, he's just like, blah, blah, blah,
and now it has 9 damage. Out of what, 10 life?
I think it has 10, yeah.
Jeez. Good luck. Have fun, sir.
Looks like people are pointing. And he has... Oh, man. So it looks like he has the Battleforge down.
Yep.
So he has the Veteran's Belt. He has the Cloak of Suppression on.
I'm seeing the parallel boots.
He has tons of that stuff.
And this appears to be the same game, but a slightly different camera angle.
I think this is... Is this?
I think it is the same game.
Yeah, no, this is...
Yeah, this is part 2.
This is, I guess we came back to it
Okay, so the Timberwolf is dead. The Timberwolf is now dead.
Nail still down. Looks like all this stuff. This is just later on.
I'm seeing is that a mana siphon right there?
Holy crap, it is.
It is a mana siphon.
Dude, the amount of Conjuration Shadow ran in this game is insane.
Yeah. I seem to recall there was some discussion of him claiming that he'd figured out how to run like a mana leech build.
Honestly, his book is very interesting.
Yeah.
We can see it open right here now. He has a Dispel one. He has a bunch of neat stuff.
Are those side deploy sleeves?
Yeah, it looks like he has a custom book.
How curious.
It looks like
whoa, hang on. Was that 3? Did I see 3? Let's not rewind, but did I see 3 Wizard's Towers?
Oh, yeah. It's the how you deal damage with the book, so why aren't you going to run 3? Yeah. This looks like plenty of Dispels, Harshforge Monolith.
Yep, I'm seeing 3 Wizard's Towers.
There's a Dispel Wand, Elemental Wand as well.
Suppression Cloak, a Moonglow Amulet.
He has plenty of stuff to get off his Battleforge. Yep. Sweet book. That's
a very... That's one of the reasons why tournament play is so interesting is players will bring these decks that no one is expecting to see.
Yeah.
So almost everyone is surprised, with the exception of players who've selected a deck that everyone's more familiar with.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play the Gargoyle and the Nullify. It's just a solid way to keep your lead going.
Gargoyle and Nullify, always a good lead.
This is just looks like he has the Acid Ball in his Wizard's Tower.
For sure. I see a little bit of damage on Hanma, and I see...
It's about to go up a lot, I think.
Is it really? Is he about to take a ton?
Not this round, but like... When you see him pull out the attack spells, like the Battleforge will cast an Elemental Wand, and then it'll just be like, blah, 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 blah.
It looks like he gets 3 off on, is that an Arcane Zap or something?
Looks like...
He was just, oh no, the Timberwolf wasn't dead. That's the Timberwolf.
He Arcane Zaps it to death. Arcane Zap is so good.
It's a very strong ability. It is a very strong ability. But you know what? At the end of the day, all it is more damage.
Yeah.
And sometimes what you need is options, not damage.
Like... it costs a mana, it's range 1.
Yep.
And the big thing, it's ethereal. So it gives you that extra little, jump to power.
Any incorporeal
other mages,
is just going to suffer.
Other mages are honestly on par with a lot of things.
I agree.
I think the Warlock's Return Curse ability is amazing.
I think it is. I think the Druid's ability to control and modify territory is very strong. And,
it's one of those things where, Arcane Zap is really good.
For sure.
But you just don't play certain things against Arcane Zap.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll see what happens here. 2 and then an 11 on the effect die. Is that another acid ball?
It looks like,
or is that the ooze?
No, I don't know. I think that was the ooze. No, ooze rolls more damage.
I don't know what that is. Is that another? Did he Arcane Zap?
I guess he oozed it.
Yeah, I guess he oozed.
Because you can't Arcane Zap twice around.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we'll come back to some more tournament footage in the next video. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.